Ever wondered why your dog stares at you while doing its business? Well, you're about to find out. Welcome to our journey through the fascinating and sometimes hilarious world of dogs. We have compiled a list of the top 10 crazy facts about our beloved four-legged companions. From the mysteries of their wagging tails to the ancient lineage of these noble creatures, we've got a boatload of canine curiosities for your amusement. So, buckle up as we dive into the dog-eat-dog world of canine quirks. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell icon for more pawsome content. Coming in at number 10, we have the bathroom stare-down. Now, if you're a dog owner, you've probably noticed how your furry friend locks eyes with you while they're, well, doing their business. You might have found it awkward, even a bit creepy, but trust us, your dog isn't trying to weird you out. You see, dogs have evolved as pack animals, which means they rely on their pack for protection, especially when they're in a vulnerable position. And let's face it, there's hardly a time when they're more vulnerable than when they're answering nature's call. So when your dog stares at you while doing their thing, it's not because they're trying to make you uncomfortable. They're looking to you, their trusted pack leader, to keep an eye out for any potential dangers. So next time, remember, they're not being weird, they're just trusting you to watch their back. At number 9, we have the super sniffer. Let's dive into the fascinating world of canine olfaction. You think you've got a good nose? Well, think again. Our furry friend's sense of smell is 1,000 to 10 million times more potent than ours. That's like comparing a sprinkle of salt to the entire ocean's salt content. Imagine you're cooking your favorite meal. You're engulfed in the aroma, right? Now, your dog doesn't just smell the dish as a whole, but every single ingredient that goes into it. From the garlic you sautéed to the dash of paprika you added, your dog can distinguish it all. Now picture being in a park. To us, it's just a park. But to your dog, it's an olfactory wonderland. Every blade of grass, every tree, every squirrel that scurried past, they can smell it all. Like a superhero, they navigate their world through their noses. That's some serious sniffing power, folks. Dreaming of bones, perhaps? That's our number 8. Now this may surprise you, but our furry friends do dream, just like us. Isn't that fascinating? While we can't exactly ask them what they're dreaming about, scientific studies suggest that dogs, indeed, experience dreams. You might have noticed your pooch twitching, whimpering, or even barking in their sleep. Well, that's them dreaming. But what do dogs dream about? They could be reliving their day, chasing squirrels, or yes, maybe even dreaming about that juicy bone from dinner. The intricacies of their dreams remain a mystery, but one thing is certain, dogs have a rich dream life. This isn't just an adorable fact, it's also a testament to the depth of dogs' emotional lives. Their dreams reflect their experiences, emotions, and perhaps even their aspirations. So, next time you see your dog snoozing, remember, they could be off on a dreamy adventure. Sweet dreams, Fido. Ever been confused by the wagging tail? Well, number 7's got you covered. Welcome to the world of wagging tails, folks. It's not just about the wag, but the direction of the wag. It's a subtle language that our canine friends use to express their emotions. You see, when a dog wags its tail to the right, it's generally a sign of positive feelings. It's their way of saying, hey, I'm happy to see you. On the other hand, a wag to the left might mean something different. It could indicate some level of anxiety or uncertainty. It's like your dog is saying, I'm not so sure about this. So next time your furry friend greets you at the door, pay attention to the wag. It's their way of communicating, and it's up to us to understand their language. So, left or right, now you know what's in sight. Who needs a watch when you have a dog? That's our number 6. Ever pondered why your pooch is always first at the door when it's time for your daily walk? Or why they start to drool just as dinner time approaches? It turns out, our four-legged friends have an uncanny sense of time. In the canine world, it's not about ticking clocks or digital displays. Dogs rely on their circadian rhythms, the internal biological clock that governs the behavior of all living beings. This innate timekeeping system helps them anticipate regular events like mealtimes or your return from work. But there's more to this tale, or should we say tale. Some scientists believe that dogs might even perceive time differently, experiencing it in smaller increments. This could explain why a 2-hour absence feels like forever to your dog. So next time you find your furry friend anxiously waiting by the door, remember, they're not just excited to see you, they're telling time. Who knew dogs could be our living, breathing alarm clocks? Ever wondered why dogs don't sweat like us? Number 5's got the answer. Let's dive into this canine conundrum. Unlike their human counterparts, dogs don't rely on a sweat-drenched workout to stay cool. Instead, they have a unique cooling system that's all about the paws. Yes, you heard it right. Doggy sweat glands are located primarily in their paw pads. When they're hot or stressed, they perspire through these pads, leaving behind damp little footprints. But don't expect your pup to start dripping after a sprint around the park. The amount of sweat produced is relatively small. So, how do they beat the heat then? They pant. Panting allows dogs to evaporate moisture from their tongues, nasal passages, and the lining of their lungs, cooling them down in the process. It's nature's own air conditioning system. It's fascinating, isn't it? Dogs have their own unique way of sweating that's perfectly tailored to their needs. So no need for doggy deodorant then? Falling for those puppy dog eyes, that's our number 4. Now this is a real eye-opener. Ready to have your mind blown? Dogs have actually evolved to have muscles around their eyes. Yes, you heard it right. They've developed a unique muscle for the sole purpose of creating what we call the puppy dog eyes. This isn't just a random mutation, oh no, it's a calculated move in the game of evolution. These irresistible eyes are a secret weapon in their arsenal of cuteness. It's a part of their survival strategy, designed to tug at our heartstrings and make us go weak in the knees. And let's be honest, it works every single time. Research has shown that this particular look triggers a nurturing response in humans. It's the same look that human babies give us. So, when your dog gives you that look, it's not just pulling at your heartstrings, it's playing them like a virtuoso. And we thought we were the masters of manipulation. Speedy Gonzalez has nothing on this. Coming in at number 3. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have a pet that could outrun a car? Well, Greyhound owners know exactly how that feels. These four-legged speed demons can hit speeds of up to 45 miles per hour. That's right, 45. They're so swift, they could give Usain Bolt a run for his money. Their lean bodies and long legs are perfectly designed for sprinting, making them the Formula One race cars of the canine world. And it's not just about speed. Greyhounds are also known for their grace and elegance, moving with a fluidity that's truly a sight to behold. But don't let their speed fool you. Off the track, Greyhounds are known to be gentle, loving companions, often described as couch potatoes. They love a good snooze just as much as they love a good sprint. Talk about a need for speed. Ever needed a health checkup? Just ask your dog, or so says our number 2. Now, this may sound like a punchline to a joke, but there's a whole lot of truth to it. You see, dogs have an astonishing sense of smell, far superior to ours. Imagine being able to smell a teaspoon of sugar in 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools. That's the kind of olfactory prowess we're talking about. This extraordinary ability isn't just good for sniffing out your hidden stash of cookies. Dogs with their powerful noses can actually detect diseases in humans, including cancer. That's right. The same furry friend who loves chasing after balls and barking at squirrels can pick up on subtle changes in our body's scent. Changes that signal the presence of certain illnesses. They've been trained to sniff out everything from lung and breast cancers to melanomas and bladder cancers. And their accuracy? It's mind-boggling. Who's a good boy indeed? And finally at number 1, we've got a fact that's as old as time. Let's take a step back, way back, to a time when the internet was just a twinkle in some genius's eye, and a dog was, well, not quite a dog. Believe it or not, our furry friends have a lineage that stretches back around 40,000 years. That's right, your cuddly canine companion shares a historical family tree with the majestic and wild wolves. Now you might be wondering, how did we get from fearsome wolf to fetching Fido? Great question. The process of domesticating wolves into dogs is a tale that's been woven over millennia. It all started when our ancient ancestors began to share their scraps with wolves. The wolves that were friendlier and less aggressive had a better chance of getting these leftovers. Over time, these friendly wolves started to look and behave differently from their wild counterparts. Fast forward a few thousand years and these tamed wolves had well and truly morphed into what we now know as dogs. They became integral parts of human communities, helping with hunting, guarding homes, and even providing companionship. And it's not just their roles that have evolved. Over the centuries, selective breeding has led to the incredible variety of dog breeds we see today. From the tiny Chihuahua to the towering Great Dane, each breed carries with it a unique piece of this ancient lineage. But remember, despite all the changes, at their core, dogs still retain many traits from their wolf ancestors. They're pack animals. They communicate through body language, and yes, they still like to howl at the moon every now and then. So, next time you look at your pup, remember, they're just a wolf in dog's clothing. That's all for today, folks. Stay pawsome. And that brings us to the end of our journey through the doggone good world of our furry best friends. From their humble beginnings as wolves, to the diverse array of breeds we see today, dogs have truly left their paw prints all over our hearts. But remember, the bond between humans and dogs goes beyond just being pets. They're our companions, our protectors, and our family. And while they may not be able to speak our language, they communicate with us in their own unique ways. Through their tails, their noses, their eyes, and yes, even their sweat. So, the next time you find yourself locked in a staring contest with your canine friend, remember, there's more than meets the eye. They're not just looking at you, they're communicating, connecting, bonding. It's a beautiful and ancient relationship, one that we are privileged to be a part of. So whether you're a dog owner, a dog lover, or just a curious viewer, we hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the wonderful world of dogs. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more fun and informative videos. Stay pawsome, folks.